Okay, class. Today we're learning about midpoint. We just finished our starter, and it was easy when we just had a straight line. But what if it's on a graph? What do? So the very first thing is, yes, we're learning about midpoint. So the midpoint of a segment divides the segment into two congruent parts. Okay? For example, this first one here, you can see that it goes over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So half of 8 is 4. So our midpoint would be right there. And yet, what value do we have for x, though? No, it's not negative 5. Yes, it is 0, comma, negative 5. Now, when we have something like this, though, on the other hand, it would be easier if we cut it into two pieces. First off, if we look at how far the two numbers on x are, we can see the middle would be right around here somewhere. And then we also draw this down, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then half of 5 is 1, 2, and yes, a half, so it cuts it in the middle. So what are our x values? You always do x first. Yes, that is 3, comma, and what's between 0 and 1? It's halfway in the middle, so it is, right, 0.5. Okay, so you got the hang of it. Try those two on your own, and we'll go over those in just a second. Let me give you a little bit of a hint. Okay. So yes, I always do the x first. I always like to do the x first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once again, you have to go in the middle. When you go in the middle, you know you're going to have a 0.5. So in the middle, whoops, I'm not drawing too good. Somewhere around there. So it's in between 0 and 1 again. Yes, 0.5. Okay, did anybody already figure out the y? Right, it's halfway, so half of 8 is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's right on, yes, 1. Okay. Yes, we cut that in half, so we have 5. So once again, you come over 1, 2, and a half. Now, and you go down and you look between. What's between negative 1 and negative 2? And it's in the middle. Whenever it's in the middle, you're going to have a what again? Right, a 0.5. No, it's negative 1, because it's in between negative 1 and negative 2, so it is negative 1.5. And then our y value, we just have two boxes, go straight across, and it hits the 2. Right. So that's one method. The second method is the midpoint formula. So if you don't have a graph, what do? Well, you have 2 points. So the first one is x1, y1. And then you have x2, y2. Right. So you first add the x's together. So 9 plus negative 8. And then find that answer and divide it by 2. Okay. Right, you get 1, so it's a half. And half is what is a decimal? Good, 0.5. All right, and next we use our y's, 7 and 10. 7 plus 10 is 17. Half of 17 is, yes, 8.5. Okay. So once again, which two numbers am I going to add together? Right, 8 and negative 5. 8 plus negative 5. Then find that, divide by 2. Good. So 3 over 2. 3 halves. What is that? 3 halves. Good. 1.5. And then our y's. 4 and 4. So 4 plus 4 divided by 2. Good job. Yes, it's still 4. Okay. All right. We just have 3 left. And then you get some more to try on your own and work with your partners. So once again, we add these two. Right, that's negative 2. And negative 2, what's half of negative 2? Right, negative 1. Okay, what you do with the x's, you got to do with the y's now. That's the second number, always just like alphabetical order. So you have negative 10 plus negative 1, right, it's negative 11, half of negative 11. Good, negative 5.5. Next, for this, we got 2 left. So now we take negative 10 plus 6, divide by 2. So half of negative 4, right, is negative 2. And 9 plus negative 7, what did you get? Yes, 2. So, and half of $2 is, right, 1. Always think of money. Okay, last one. Is it going to be the same answer again? This time we have positive 10 and negative 7 divided by 2. Right. It's 3. Signs are different. Subtract, take the sign larger. So half of 3, again, 1.5. So notice whenever it is what kind? An odd number, right? It's always going to have a 0.5. And then, last but not least, negative 4 plus 10 divided by 2. Right, it's 6. And half of 6 is 3. Notice you had an even number. Right, you can divide by 2. Okay, guys, you can work independently or with your side-by-side partner.